Welcome back, folks. Thanks for joining me. Today is April the 8th, and we are well into spring now here in my part of the world, here in North Alabama. And we got nature doing her thing. Um, Today and for the next 2 or 3 days, we have that springtime thing here where we've got lots of storms coming in. Some of them's going to be pretty severe. I hope that they don't get that bad, but somewhere in Alabama right now, they are getting that bad. Um, but there's been busy, with setting up a YouTube channel and the new Homestead Aquarius Network group. I've been kind of busy trying to do a few of those things that aren't growing me any food. So today, before the bad weather moves in, I'm going to see what I can get in the ground and get watered in. And I'm going to show you here. I mentioned that these are my friends. All these wonderful uh, plants, these natural plants that nature brings to me, and you too. And I'm going to use these. Okay, it's not today, but my friends are starting to have their own little party, and they're getting out of hand. Pretty soon, I'm going to be treating my friends like enemies here and composting them. Like David the Good says, I'm going to be composting my enemies. I've got little blackberries all over the place. Devil's Club. That's one thing that I noticed this morning when I was out here is I've mentioned before, when you're starting your Hookah Culture beds, anything like that, and you're clearing, make sure you get every root that's possible. That's very important, because especially these devil's clubs, they send their roots out deep and wide, and so do red sumac that I have here in my part of the world. And they do a very good job of reproducing, and they send these roots. I just pulled one up here. They send these roots out everywhere. Look at that. And they'll come back from those. So that's very important when you're setting up your Hookah beds. Obviously, I've missed some, or they've shot a runner out. I don't know. But anyhow, here's a little bit of look. I know we get tired of seeing this, some of y'all. Some of y'all love to see it. My Jerusalem Artichoke bed. They are really doing good. This is the first one that ever popped up for me. Out of 25 Sunchokes, Jerusalem Artichokes, I've only got one. Let's see if I can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 of them left to come up. This is the one that I dug up and to see what kind of activity I had, just to check the health of them. But you'll see that they're all pretty healthy, coming up looking pretty. But we've got those storms coming in, and then right after that, believe it or not, we've got another frost going to move in right behind it. So I've got to be careful with what I do. This is kind of a little update. Let's see, look here. Where did I see it? Looky here. My strawberries. I showed y'all about my strawberries many times, and they're putting on strawberries now. They're early bearing. In my part of the world, these are called June bearing, but these really produce well before June. I've even had them popping on strawberries as early as January, when we had a warm spell. Right there. Really, really wonderful plant right there. But what I'm going to do today, one of the things I'm going to do today is get some of my lemon balm worked into here somehow and get that going. It's the lemon balm that I started back on 24 days till spring during my challenge of that. So that's what I'm going to do. Follow along with me, and we'll get that done and get some stuff growing. Plant every day. Hashtag plant every day. That's Copperhead Road's homesteads challenge to everyone. Now, yes, I talk too much. I know. I apologize. Um, Nature is not waiting to plant every day. She's not. She's got it planted. She's got it growing. She's an excellent gardener. I've got a lot to do here. Uh, to get to do the weeding, to do the things. You got to do the work. And I don't employ any kind of um, electric power or gas powered stuff here. It's all by hand. So I get my exercise and it's done in a natural way. I can do that, though. I only got a half an acre of land to work here. And some of that's got, other things on it, like my house. But anyhow, let me get to this whole plant everyday thing. Okay, 24 days till spring was a while back, and those cuttings that I made have excellent root structures. Some of these I have inside the greenhouse in soil. These I'm going to just put right into the soil and see how they do. Just work them in here. Lemon balm is a very, very powerful plant to have. You can do so much with it. I'm just going to nestle that right in here. The storms are not really going to affect this at all. Look at what I'm doing here. This is so simple stuff just to plant things. It doesn't take long. Not at all. It doesn't take long to plant things. And look, it's here nestled in the crook of, or the little joint place of my log here. That log is going to get, these logs will give it protection from these storms, and that soil should remain nice and moist in here too. This is going to spread out. I can't wait for this to spread all over, and places I've got to watch it, around the perimeter, because I don't want it spreading everywhere. Some people consider it an invasive, and I guess really it is, but it's something that grows very, very well, very well, and it makes wonderful tea. And there are other things you can do with it, like certain insects really don't like the oil that you can make from lemon balm. They don't like it at all. And these are very hardy plants. We're going to see if they're strong enough to take my level of nurturing. I don't know. A lot of the things, excuse me, a lot of the things that I love to grow them because they're tough. They, I just put them in the ground and say, hey, it's up to you and nature now. So I'm pulling for you. Some things I nurture, and then some things I leave it up to them and nature. Those are the strong things there. Perennial food, perennial plants, stuff that you can do. I mentioned before, this is part of the Plant Everyday Challenge. Hashtag Plant Everyday. Look, we got a worm here. Let's put the worm in there. All right, I'll just do this. I'm getting my hands dirty. To me, I could wear gloves all the time. I just don't. If I'm fixing to get my hands ripped up, then yeah, I'm going to have some gloves on there. But if not, I'm even doing this with one hand. One hand. I do like to get my hands dirty. All kinds of good bacteria. I'm sure that a lot of y'all have seen the scientific evidence now that actually having your hands in the dirt and being in contact with the soil releases some really good things into your body. It helps you fight off things. It really helps getting in contact with nature, letting her help you. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. We've got one more here. I'm going to put this right in here. Lemon balm. I also mentioned to you about the Facebook group that I started. I started a Facebook group as a way to give back to the people that have meant so much to me throughout my learning process. Ooh, got worm murder going on. He's still okay. Put him over there. Now, this soil's a little bit different right here. It'll work. This lemon balm ain't gonna care. I mentioned to you about the Facebook group. It is welcome to anybody that is supporting my channel, any viewers out there, or if you just like to come over and see what it's all about. It's small and it's just starting out, just like my channel. But what I try to do is to bring people together. People that are doing good things. I want to share you. I want to share what you're doing and let the world see it. I want to help people to grow together and share knowledge between each other. So that's at Homestead Aquarius Network on Facebook. I'll put a link in the description there. I'd love to see you over there. If you're of like-minded people, if you're out there homesteading, if you're in an apartment, wherever you are, you want to grow food, you want to learn from some of the other people that are in the group. I've got some top-notch people in the group. Now, they're not required to help, but sometimes they will. So if you want to check out the group, please do so. I'd love to see you there. And I hope that on this day in spring that you all are doing great. So from my little Jerusalem artichoke bed right to you, wherever you are, I wish you a good day. I hope to see you back tomorrow. I think I'm going to plant some trees next. So I'll see you later.